Mental and public health. If you have a public health problem, you have a mental health problem. Pay attention. It's right there. They just lost everything. Massage therapy, Reiki, and sound healing, holistic practitioner. We pull out all the impurities from the rooter to the tutor. Human design practitioner, we go back to the beginning, come back and then look at that generational baggage. So we go to the beginning to get your purpose. When I was given the task of having uncomfortable conversations with others, I knew then my path would be a little different because everyone would be a little standoffish until they started doing their own work. But I didn't let it stop me. I asked myself uncomfortable questions every day to get out of old patterns. I do the work every day, and it's not always easy, and it's not always pretty. Most of the time, it ends in tears. But I wake up to confront the areas in me in love that need a facelift. We doing all this stuff, and we look holy, and we look good. But what are we doing? We look good, but we could be a cesspool on the inside. So I can keep going forward. What will you do? What are you afraid of? Is it, once you see colonialism has played everyone, you won't know what to do if you're not fighting anymore? How about we find ways to have conversations that cause a pause, confirmation burp, to see life differently in all areas. This will cause us to quit blaming someone else for our problems, where and see where we might be missing it. We really might be missing it. We can only meet people where we have met ourselves. Have you fully met yourself? Remember that next time you say you want a real relationship, you have to pull off the mask and put it down, and then not bring your representative, because nobody likes a representative. We have so many adults who were never taught how to feel safe. So they seek safety and validation on the outside of themselves because of a plethora of challenges that happen in childhood processes. So I ask you, what emotion from your childhood pushed you in a corner and you made a vow to not do or be? I will never be like that. I never act like that. I won't do that. And and Well, those are vows. And until you vow or denounce all of them vows, you won't be able to move any further because they are keeping you in quicksand and in cement. See, the vows we made are playing out on a big stage. Just look around. We get to protest and speak our minds. That's true. Are we helping that little girl and that little boy on the inside as well? Here. That is your true shadow. See, your shadow is the person that you hid. You had to survive, so you had to put them away. Your true self, your authentic self. I'm being commissioned to aid in the process of sharing how I overcame everything meant to keep me from coming into my true identity. I had to believe in myself and God. See, God is on the inside of me, but first I had to find me before I could even see God. What does that mean? Why is that triggering me? Why that hurt me like that? Why do I feel this way? We're taught God is on the outside of us, but God is on the inside of us, waiting to be tagged into our battle, because he said the battle is mine, not yours. That's what he said. And then it's just like 2 Corinthians 10 and Ephesians 6 says, we're fighting principalities, rulers of the darkness and spiritual wickedness in high places. We're not fighting each other. We are fighting spirits. We are spirit beings first. Then we live in a body. And then we have a soul. We are fighting in the spirit realm. And how you fight in the spirit realm is Ephesians 3:1. It said God has given us all things in spiritual places. You get to pull everything down and bring it to you so you can fight. We're not fighting each other. So when we start fighting each other, we're missing the message. This is when negative thinking has gone on for so long and it becomes the norm. Look at the things that become the norm and we hush about it. But it's old as apple pie. This is what every ascended master had to fight against. It says your way of thinking is causing the word to be of no effect. The mindsets of us who complain but don't want to do the work or don't know how to do the work. And it causes a dip in morale. Most can't get out because it's ancestral and generational. So to get out requires one to get uncomfortable and ask yourself those uncomfortable questions to get past the complacency or the complicitness, or this is how it's always been done. I've always been racist, but now it's time to learn something new. It's time to start again and learn something new. Or it's going to be the end of the world as you know it. Okay, because it's already there. When are we going to respect each other? Yes, we know that the FBAs were here first. We also know that everyone's life is important. At the same time, if people aren't willing to fight, if you're not willing to fight for yourself, no one is going to fight for you. Listen, nobody's coming to save you. So if you feel stuck in the dirt, come on, find a way to get back up. What are you willing to bring to life? Remember, if it hurts people, you're dealing with God, not people. What do you really believe? It's time to operate in it now. You can change the world with just one thing that you do that lights up everything. Fight for your dream while hurting none. None. We've learned a lot in the last few days. Do what is right for you. No one lives your life but you. Be sovereign, not controlled and think for yourself. And if you protect those that can't and don't know how to protect themselves, bring your dream to life no matter what you see in front of you. May the force be with you as you go, and the power of God be in your heart as you move forward. There are some freebies and a link to my podcast with the women's leveling up recently about in the month of May, and also 3 magazines I was in September, October, December, and January. Look at the description below to find the things that truly light you up and leave everything else behind. I cannot wait to talk to you soon. Remember, I placed my new link to my own personal bookstore. My books incorporate the essence of God. If you want to feel the presence of God, read In the Garden with the Father, Understanding True Intimacy, no matter what your background. Okay, let's get a little something here, right here. Okay, let's go. Get page 71. Get ready for greater. It's at the door. Let it in. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Glory be to God. And then my other 2 books, Befriending the Shadow, Unshakable Peace, Unstoppable Change. Both of those are shadow activity books. I didn't see them, and God said, well, make it then. I said, well, say less. So what you get is, you get a word of knowledge. Then you get an exercise. Then you get a shadow question. Not so nice. Then you get a color page. God asked him to keep a routine at the age of 5 and 10 because most childhood wounding happens between the age of 5 and 10. And by 7, it's solidified. The reason why I have between 9 and 10 is because most adults who already went through that, and they are your parents or your caregivers, they went through the same thing, but they didn't know, nobody protected them, so they don't know how to protect you. Somebody gets an opportunity to break the cycle. Okay. Glory be to God. And then you get, and it's 7, and then by the age of 10, it's solidified, and then by the age of 21 and 25, it is your responsibility to come out. Then you get 4 pages, it's 22 chapters, it's 4 pages of drawing, doodling, sketching, write down your dreams, write down your visions. Why? Because the closer you get to God, the more you start having them stranger things and those Doctor Who moments and those strange moments, those X-File moments, to where you ask God a question and you look on your computer and the subject of the email has your answer, or you look on a billboard and it has your answer and you take a picture so you can remember. Then you do like this and you turn back around and it ain't on a billboard but you look on your phone and it's there. Or you go outside to take out the trash and there's a truck or a van that goes by and it says exactly what you needed to hear, needed to see, and then you take a picture of it, you just like, ain't no way. Or somebody, you go by and somebody says exactly what you needed to hear. Those are those moments that God said, I heard you and I'm doing things so you can see that I was listening. Don't forget about my other 2 books. That's already on the New York Times bestseller, Mindset Matters with Jack Canfield, and Influence and Impact with Chris Voss. Go ahead and get your copy. They on